A woman who admitted to defrauding organizations by claiming her twin daughters were Inuit was sentenced to a federal prison today. The judge imposing a sentence even more severe than what the Crown was asking. Here's CTV's Heather Wright.
Today, Karima Manji was sentenced to 3 years in prison for saying that her daughters were Inuit, a lie the judge called a crime against every single Inuit in Nunavut.
It diminishes the idea of Inukness, of our Inuit identity.
Aluki Katerik is the president of Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated, the organization that handles land claims and treaty negotiations. Manji fraudulently claimed her daughters, Amira and Nadia Gill, were adopted from an Inuit mother in order to access land claim funds and get an ID card.
As Inuit, we know that being Inuk is much more than holding an NTI card. It's our relationship through our families, the kinship, our community, our language, our culture.
The two sisters were also awarded grants and scholarships to attend Queen's University that were only available to Inuit students. Manji has paid back $130,000 of the $158,000 her daughters received. As part of the plea deal, the fraud charges against the Gill sisters were dropped.
There were Indigenous students who didn't get scholarships because these students did. There were young people who didn't get jobs or positions or admission to university programs because these students did. So this is not victimless.
While Indigenous identity fraud is not new, there are concerns it is growing. Leaders say this sentence sends an important message.
There's a consequence to trying to take our identity. I think that that's important, that this is a precedent setting.
Precedent setting and perhaps a first, as convictions for Indigenous identity fraud are rare. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.